Well, the plan was that this was going to be the first video where I was going to be laying the reed for thatch, but unfortunately I've got to share a bit of a mistake I made with you so that you avoid doing it too. Well, here is my first mistake with thatching with reed. I had all these stacked here in a platform, and I knew I should have covered them, and I knew I should have rearranged them because of the rain we've been having, but I didn't get round to it. And you can see here they're quite wet. They're wet enough that the crappy string that I was using has, you know, rotted and broken, and there is change at the beginning of, you know, fungal decay in these center bits that are wet. Now, a real thatcher would discard this as, you know, rubbish because it's damaged, but I think its saving grace for me is that the ends, which are going to be exposed to the weather, aren't damaged. Now, another way I can justify using this material, even though, you know, it is really kind of substandard, is that fungi require moisture in order to function. And if you dry a piece of wood out, or a piece of, you know, plant material, reed in this case, out, then the fungi will stop eating it. They can't work unless they have moisture. And you may have heard of something called dry rot. Dry rot is actually wet rot that's dried out. In reality, there's no such thing as dry rot, there's only wet rot. And so if you're doing renovation work and you come across an area where it's, you know, a builder, say, calls it dry rot, that's actually rot from where moisture has got into the building at some point in the past, and then it is dried out. So the issue is not so much removing the dry rot, it's finding where that moisture came from so that the area that is rotting doesn't get wet again and then start rotting again. Otherwise, you can replace all the wood that's been rotted away or damaged by fungal attack, but if you don't fix up where that moisture came from to cause that rot in the first place, you're wasting your time. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use these bundles. I'm going to make sure that they're not used anywhere near a valley, and I'm going to try and make sure that they're used near the top of the roof, not the bottom, and that way they won't, well, hopefully they'll be okay. But yeah, I'd love to just say that they're no good and throw them out, but there's like a day's work in all this, and I don't have the luxury of just tossing it. So hopefully you'll be able to learn from my mistake. Store your materials appropriately. Yes, indeed. Well, in the very next video, we're going to be laying the reed for thatch. It's already filmed. They've got a strip almost to the very ridge up one side, and I've just got to put the video together. And so if you want to see that, make sure you hit the subscribe button and the bell notification so when it comes up, you'll know about it. And please, if this series is useful to you or to other people, please make sure you share it. And if you've got anything to contribute, you know, to help me out because I'm learning, or, you know, questions you got to ask about how I'm going with it, please put those in the comments and I'll chat to you then. But until the next video, catch you guys later. Bye bye.